Bleacher Report again. Every team's most dangerous new weapon. And for the Browns, they have John Johnson. What do you make of that?
I don't have a problem with them going that direction. I mean, John Johnson was the big signing of free agency. As much as I love their draft class, I think you always have to count on free agency and those guys having a bigger impact right away just because they're established guys. And we know what John Johnson is, and we know what he did with the Rams. I'm actually looking at the same safety rankings. He's actually number three on PFF behind Justin Simmons, I believe, and Harrison Smith. So obviously he's got a great pedigree. He's been on a team that's gone to the Super Bowl, got so much tremendous talent, and I'm fascinated at how he's going to really stabilize the back end because we saw how big of a problem the Browns had in that secondary, particularly at safety, especially with Grant Delpit down, how much Ronnie Harrison at least stabilized one position when he was healthy. But now you add in John Johnson, a guy who's one of the better safeties in football. And I mean, the value there was great with what they paid him. But I think just the intangibles he brings, the physicality he plays with, the intelligence he has, have a chance to really turn that secondary around.
It also looks like they'll be able, you heard there were times that the Rams played him as middle linebacker. So it seems like Joe Woods has like the entire playbook of versatility open to him with the guys that the Browns have brought in.
Yeah, I almost feel like it's kind of almost like building Legos. You can move these pieces around all over the place. It'd be kind of interesting on one play if you had John Johnson at linebacker and then move Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah all the way back to safety. And I think that's an interesting philosophy that he's got is creating different matchups because we've seen the NFL become an offensive game. We've seen it become a passing game. And there's only so much teams are going to be able to do in traditional senses. So maybe you got to go outside the box a little bit. You got to create something that other teams don't see often. You got to be willing to try different things. And I think that's why it sounds like Joe Woods wants to go with a base of three safeties in his defense, that he's now got all these pieces in the secondary to play with. I'm fascinated what all this is going to look like when we see it on the field. I don't know what it's going to look like week one. It's going to look different week one to first round of the playoffs, second round of the playoffs, whatever. But I'm just fascinated how it all looks because he's got so many pieces to play with. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun to see the Browns actually out on the field defensively and stopping offenses this time.